This is the result of our endeavours. And straight away you can see we've removed the rotating, cutty, harvesty blade thing off the front and replaced it with this snow blade. It's V-shaped because that makes it more easy to cut through the snow. And this should be able to move through snow up to 3 feet deep. No problem.
Power comes from a V8 diesel engine which drives these chunky front wheels. And in the snow, as any BMW driver will tell you, front-wheel drive is a lot better than rear-wheel drive. And the Combine, when you think about it, it's almost as though it was designed with snow clearance in mind.
I know. It's uncanny, everything about it. You've got the ground clearance, knobbly tyres, front-wheel drive, the weight of it, it's all there.
It's one of those times on Top Gear where you look and think, actually,
we've accidentally been a bit clever.
This might work.
Yeah.
Since the Dominator has a top speed of just 12 miles an hour, it was easy to decide which one of us would be the driver.
What happens if I put it on full? Don't like that.
Good. Give me the beans.
Faster!
Hang on, it's not like a rally car.
It's going the wrong
See
way.
rear wheel steering, look.
It's not very sensitive, stick. Oh.
There is, of course, one tiny drawback to the Combine as a snowplow. Because it was designed to work in August, it has no heater.
No.
Which is why there's a drum in there you can probably see through the window. And that's, well, it's an urn. We've put that in there full of, well, we wanted tea, but James said, I want Bovril.
Because he's in 1950.
We all know that when it's snowing and it's cold, you have Bovril. That's a rule of life.
He likes to paint himself all over in it. It's like baby oil to him. That's what he does.
Bovril.
Him and his lorry driver friends all Bovriled up, and then they slip about. That's what they do.
Besides attaching a plough on the front, we'd also converted the tube that normally shoots out the harvested wheat into a makeshift gritter.
I should be responsible for shoveling the grit from here into this hopper there. Should be good at this because my first job was in fact shoveling grit into a water filtration plant.
Go on then, shovel. Make shoveling. And while he's doing that, I shall explain my role. I can use this lever here to swing the arm to direct the flow of grit either onto the pavement or onto the road behind. Yes, look at this. Okay, James.
Initiating gritting. Reds.
Yes!
And there was grit!
We've made a gritting machine!
But there was one more check we wanted to do.
You know what it's like when you're following a gritting lorry on the motorway and there's that you think, oh no, it's turning my car into a DeLorean.
Yeah, exactly. So to make sure this isn't too powerful, we've got Hammond in a car who's just going to come in here. We're going to do a little experiment, fire the gritter at it, make sure it doesn't actually take the paint off. Okay?
You're right, sideways, won't it?
Yeah, yeah.
OK, James.
Engage. Initiating gritting.
Oh, God, stop it, James! There's been a problem! Make it stop!
Gritting ceased.
Apart from the fact the grit would kill the occupants of any car it hit, we felt the Dominator was ready to start work. But there was a problem.
It's not going to snow, is it?
With crossed fingers, we tuned into the weather forecast.
Good afternoon. We're going to see a change in our weather later on this week. Temperatures really starting to climb, things heading much milder. We've had a fair bit of cloud around already.
Good evening. Well, the good news is there's absolutely no sign of the cold air returning in the near future. It's a very mild outlook. The reason we've got all this warm air is pumping up from the tropics.
What is he?
Oh, all right.
He doesn't know
He
anything.
to rub it in, does he? He
doesn't
sounds
know
all
anything.
gleeful about it.
So if the snow wouldn't come to the Dominator, we would take the Dominator to the snow. Here in Norway, we decided to clear the snow from a frozen lake to make a runway, and then a Nor would land his plane on it.
This is quite snowy.
It must have snowed.
We knew the ice would be thick enough for a light aircraft, but what about our heavy snowbine?
Oh,
I thought you'd been drilling for hours. That was 10 seconds and you... Don't move, just no...
Seriously, has that gone through?
yes. The Norwegians actually have a chart to say how much weight you can put on various thicknesses of ice. So how thick is it?
45 centimetres.
So it's, well, say 50.
No, let's say 40.
Well, it's 45.
So 50 centimetres of ice, 12 tonnes. Combine's more than the
13
tons.
tonnes.
It's 13 tonnes.
So we can't do it.
Well, it's only a tonne over.
Bravely, Hammond and the optimistic Jeremy decided not to be on board as I gingerly drove the snowbine out of the woods
Bloody big, this thing.
towards the ice.
3 yards to the lake.
This is it.
I don't like that noise.
Eventually, though, I made it.
Did I or did I not say we'd be all right?
Yeah, was
Jeremy.
that not based entirely on guesswork anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
But as my guesswork was correct, we set to work.
We're ploughing. We're ploughing, chaps. Look at this.
Yeah! Here we go!
The snow binister. It works.
Yeah! Come on! Come on!
Yeah, yeah!
This is... Oh!
I think we've just gone through it.
Yeah, we have.
That's not an emergency. It's just time to empty your bowels.
Sinking.
You sinking?
Bravely, Jeremy dismounted
Right, James, back it up.
and started issuing orders.
That is sinking badly. Put your blade down, James, because that's just gone through again.
When the combine finally moved, we could see the scale of the peril.
Oh!
It's 300 metres deep.
I mean, it's just water.
However, unlike the snowplow people at Heathrow Airport, we decided not to just give up.
Do you know how many flights were cancelled in Heathrow last year because of the weather? 3,700. Do you know how many flights were cancelled at Oslo because of the weather?
2,000.
2. Heathrow, 3,700.
Because we had one bit of snow.
And as we were proving, all that misery was completely unnecessary.
There really is no excuse. Heathrow, BAA, if you're watching this, you're pathetic. And if anybody in a meeting says, oh, well, the reason why it was shut is sack him. There is no reason why it was shut, because it isn't difficult to clear a runway. It just isn't.
My rant was interrupted at this point by news from below decks.
Bovril's boil. The Bovril's boiling over.
And up top, Hammond was still fretting about the ice.
Oh my God. That's another crack there, look.
Yeah, big one. When we go through, it's going to be worse for him.
Oh God, yes, because he will be pawing at the glass, desperate.
Right now, though, he was pawing at the steering wheel.
James! James, stay right, you idiot! Stay right, it's a straight line we're looking for.
Yeah, I think this will be a tricky landing, actually, James.
It got into a tank slapper.
Look where we're pointing.
James, the trees indicate land.
Eventually, though, James mastered the rear wheel steering.
I'm waiting to look behind us and see a runway complete with lights and everything.
That isn't happening, but it's not bad, look.
And pretty soon, the runway was finished. So we pulled over and radioed the pilot, giving him permission to land.
It's not the smoothest runway.
No, but there's less snow on it than there was.
It is smooth enough, isn't it? Well, we're about to find out. Here he comes. Look at that.
Job done.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We did that.
We did that.
How about that?
Sadly, though, our celebrations were premature.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is quite bumpy.
It's crashed.
He has pretty much crashed there.
At a time like this, there's only one thing a man can do.
Right, quick, go. Just get in, go. Right, James, run.
We expected bingo to be very relaxing.
8 and 1, 81.
But it wasn't.
2 and 1, 21.
I've never concentrated so hard in my life.
2 and 8, 28.
Oh, I'm literally wetting myself.
1 and 5,
It's coming out.
all sixes, 66.
Oh, say 86.
5, 62.
Even though we'd lost 17 shillings, we'd had a great time.
I call it exciting.
Was it ever?
But afterwards, there was an issue.
Now, Jeremy, can I ask a question? Can you remember where we parked our car?
No, Richard, I can't.
This is a common problem, and not just for the elderly, which is why you may have noticed on top of our car was a box. In that box is a special feature that I can activate if I press this button on the key fob.
There it is. You see, this activates a flare, and we now know to head in that direction.
Very quickly, we found the correct car park. But we still couldn't find the car.
You're the height of most elderly people. Can you see our car in this car park?
No, I can't. And that's why, if I press this button... You see?
So it's brilliant. The flare guides us to the rough position, and the balloon takes us to the precise location of the car.
Having wound in the balloon locator system, we decided to find out how our car would go down with some actual old people. So we set off to an old people's home.
Turn right at the newfangled mini roundabout.
And on the way, I showed Hammond another of my special features.
Now, the radio, Hammond, just one station. It's the music from the Horse of the Year show. And old people love that because you can clap along to it.
Very nice. Does it tune into any other stations?
No, that's it. It just plays it on a loop constantly. But why do you want anything else? What if you get in your car after your children have been driving it and they've left it tuned to Radio 1?
Or worse still, Radio 2 and that talk show man who does, you know... They talk...
Jeremy Vine.
There you go. They have those difficult topics. They're unsuitable. I don't
What,
want
like pregnancy?
Exactly.
However, there was a problem.
I can't stop clapping.
Seriously, I can't stop clapping.
This is a massive design fault.
This is safe. Turn it off.
Eventually, we arrived at the old people's home.
Well done, that was lovely.
And went to find a testing team.
So you're Miriam.
I am, yes.
And you're Betty.
Yes. I'm Barbara.
And you're Barbara. And this is the car that we've...
What is she called?
No, this is the James.
Called the James.
James.
The James.
The
to give it its
Rover
proper name.
James.
Oh, it's a Rover, yes.
First impressions, what do we think?
That's
good name.
wonderful.
This material is waterproof. So if there's any little accidents, don't you worry. However, there was an issue with the Shackleton rear seating.
Have you got a hoist?
That bit there.
You see, in the advert for the chairs, we were told they were very easy to get into and out of, you know.
Get me bottom round.
Should we get a nurse to do this?
We're an older generation. No, I'll do it if it kills me.
Well, we'd rather it didn't.
Oh, right, I was going to say.
There's a lot of paperwork.
I'm so
Can I
sorry.
help at all?
No,
Let me help.
Hey!
With both our dignity nearly intact. Lovely.
With the testing team on board, we set off to the Bowls Club.
Don't overdo it, not with your back.
Look at the speed we're going now, 3 miles an hour, as you can see.
Oh, isn't this absolute fun?
Soon we reached our destination.
Here we are, ladies, at the bowling club.
Ooh, lovely.
And Hammond insisted I show off his new parking sensors.
Just keep going. Yeah, keep going. So just keep
But you know there's no bumper on the back.
Just keep backing up. Ignore the noise, pretend you can't hear that at all.
That was something. What did he hit?
External rear-mounted airbag.
But
it's genius.
Excuse me a minute. 3 quite elderly ladies in there have now all had heart attacks. Look at it.
There is that.
Ladies, I do apologise for that. When have you ever experienced banging like that?
The war, when the bombs dropped.
So you're saying that because these ladies lived through the war, they're capable of dealing with a bang of that nature?
Yes.
Leaving the ladies to play bowls, we went off to buy food for a picnic.
What about some Battenbergs, or is that too German? It is too German, isn't it?
Sandwich spread.
Potted meat!
Beef spread.
They must have ginger beer in Christchurch.
Ginger beer's a bit racy, don't you think?
No, they love it. Enid Blyton used to rub herself with it. There it is. Peruvian, Greek, Brazilian,
Holland,
Dutch.
grown in UK.
With the shopping finished, it was time to demonstrate yet another feature of the James.
If you've got osteoporosis, arthritis, lumbago,
Or rheumatism.
then lifting your heavy shopping into the boot can be, well, very difficult indeed. But with this genius solution, not a problem. Bring the trolley up to the back, that's easy. Lift, drop in, job done.
How brilliant is that?
Having picked the ladies up, we set off for our picnic.
Where did you get that mouse from? It's a squeaky ball he's got underneath the brake.
Sadly, because it was an English summer's day, it soon started to rain, which revealed a bit of a design flaw.
Whoa.
Oh, no, what's happened here?
That's a lot of water coming in now.
This is a disaster that we've had, Hammond.
I think some of our modifications have interfered with the waterproofing.
Is it all on you, dear? It's all a great stream down there.
And look at this spirit of the Blitz going on as well. This is what makes us great.
The Americans would be weeping now.
Oh, they've been making a fuss.
What good would that do?
Nothing.
We had just the thing to raise our spirits even more.
Can't help it.
You can't, can you? Oh, no, the constabulary.
Oh, not again.
Sorry, officers. Nothing to see here.
Eventually, we arrived at exactly the sort of picnic spot elderly people love.
There we go. Now, if we pop it, what, just here?
Yeah.
Look at that, for a sunset picnic.
Having rescued what we could from the ruined shopping trolley,
Mr. Kipling, bread.
This is all soaked.
we settled down to do what all old people do when they're on a picnic together. The next morning, we left Christchurch, generally quite pleased with how things had gone.
Oh, what?
Leaking again. There are a few things we need to address. Well, obviously there's the waterproofing, the Shackleton easy chairs that aren't, as it turned out, so easy to get in and out of, you know.
The irresistible clapping machine.
Yeah.
Hold on, if we carry on along here, we'll have to get on the motorway.
Yes, I know, and that will give us the opportunity to test a feature that I fitted.
What?
Well, you know, you're always reading in the newspapers about an old person who's driven 30 miles the wrong way down the M1.
Yeah.
Well, I fitted something that'll stop that happening.
How?
Well, now look, you see here, it's not clearly marked. It's easy to go the wrong way down that slip road.
I just did.
Exactly. Watch this, here we go.
Oh, I see. That's clever. That's good. But if I miss the signs, I could just as easily miss all this.
Yeah, okay, keep going.
Oh, this is going to be... Oh.
Keep going. There you go.
You idiot!
What?
Well, it's ruined.
Yes, but I can't go on the motorway going the wrong way.
No, we can't go anywhere because you exploded the car.
We're alive. Everybody on that motorway is alive. This is the best solution ever.
I've wet myself again.
This is the new Boxster, and if you study the details of it very hard, you still won't be able to tell it apart from the old one. Porsche design, the least a man can get. Happily, however, Porsche's engineering department has expended a bit of effort with both the chassis and the power plant. You can buy the new Boxster with a 2.7-litre engine, but while that may say Porsche on the back, it goes more like a Porsche. This, though, is a Boxster S, which has a 3.2-litre engine. This is much more like it. The engine may be the same size as it was in the old Boxster S, but it's now lighter and cleaner. And you get 20 more brake horsepower. That means 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and a top speed of 167. Then there's the price, £38,000 for a fast, practical, well-made two-seater sports car. That's good value. Inside, it's much better than it used to be in the old car. I mean, it's no longer laid out like a children's playroom. You get air conditioning, which you never used to get, lots of new airbags, and, best of the lot, this little tray here, into which you put your SIM card. And then, when you close it, you end up with a big 3.2-litre telephone. It all sounds very good, except it has exactly the same problems as the old Boxster. The only reason why you would buy one of these is because you can't afford a 911. So all you're doing as you drive around is advertising the fact that your life hasn't worked out quite as well as you'd been hoping. And then there's the feel of the thing. It's just too clinical. It's kind of like an iPod. Brilliant, clean, easy to use, great sound, but not quite the same as seeing the band live. That's where this comes in. We've actually reviewed the new Mercedes SLK before, and we liked it a lot. That one only had a 3.5-litre V6 engine. This one has a 5.5-litre V8. There's 5,500cc in a car the size of a shoe. You really have to think of this thing as a lightning jet fighter. Just a huge large engine and a steering wheel. And that's it. And listen to the noise it makes. Listen to this, ready? It is monstrously fast, goes from 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds and has to be physically restrained at 155. It's not all sweetness and light though. It doesn't have the poise or the delicacy of the Porsche. The ride is bone-shakingly hard and the anti-lock brakes cut in just a little bit too soon, I think, and you get a 7-speed gearbox. Too much choice. And it doesn't feel as well made as the Porsche. Everything has a kind of cheap feel to it. I mean, listen to this. Till now, I didn't actually realise you could get sun visors from Matalan. Thing is, though, you have to concentrate hard to notice any of these things because that engine sits in the mix like a giant anchovy on a mini pizza. It dominates everything. This is just so much more exciting than the Porsche. And what's more, you have to say, it's better looking. And while the Boxster has a neat folding roof, the SLK's hardtop is miles more impressive. When it is down, you get the benefit of these little vents in the headrests here, which waft warm air into the back of your neck as you're driving along. That is a very good idea. So what we have here is an iPod and a lightning jet with hairdryers in its headrests. Two different ways of building a sports car, and now we must send them to Fight Club to see which is best. This is the battleground, the village of Eastmere in Norfolk. It was built by the army to be a replica of a German hamlet, somewhere they could practice fighting the Russians. But unfortunately, it was opened in 1989, just 12 weeks before the Berlin Wall came down. Today, it's used to train the troops in the art of urban warfare, which is kind of what I've got in mind. You see, what I'm going to do is drive each of the cars in turn right round the village, while an elite 8-man sniper squad from the Irish Guards tries to shoot me. Now, obviously, I'm going to take the fewest number of hits in the car which is the fastest and the most agile, so that'll be the winner. Great test! These are the men in question. They're all battle-hardened and they've all got the Mark II version of the Army's SA-80 rifle, which differs from the Mark I because it works. Unfortunately, the BBC's Health and Safety Department say we can't use live bullets. I know it's ridiculous, but there we are. So what are we doing instead?
We're going to use a laser targeting system that we've attached to our weapons.
And I'll be wearing a talking jacket fitted with sensors that'll detect any shots from the rifles. Then a computer boffin will log the hits.
Wounded, wounded.
You go and get your positions, and I'm coming ready or not.
Here we go! My God! This is horrible! Where are these guys? I can hear them, I don't know where they are!
Wounded, left arm.
It is so beautifully balanced. You can really stick it in. Car. They won't be expecting this. Well, sort of. Unfortunately, my plan gave the soldiers a chance to reposition, regroup, and reload. Come on, come on, come on, come on! So when I came out, I was in real trouble. Help me! There we are, back again. In the Porsche, I was hit 6 times. So let's see how I'd get on in the Mercedes. Automatic gearbox, wake up! Come on!
Wounded, head, chest, left arm, right arm.
What? I've been shot in the ear, the chest, the lung. I've made a big mess in my pants. I'm throwing grenades! Help me! I'm across the line! I'm back.
Wounded, head, chest, left arm, right arm. Wounded, wounded, wounded.